embryo adoption. It's a new option for people who've not been able to conceive. They might have tried in vitro. In vitro means that an egg and a sperm are fertilized outside their bodies, and then they would be implanted into the mother. But this is not their egg, this is not their sperm, this is somebody else's fertilized egg and sperm into an embryo. There are a lot of people who have kept their eggs frozen, or their sperm frozen, or their embryo frozen, and who no longer need them, or who no longer want them, and they have difficulty maybe in getting rid of them, or maybe don't want to donate them to science. And so for them too, there is the option of offering them for adoption. Now, it's a very simple procedure because we're dealing with just a few cells, and they are implanted into the potential new mother through a catheter. And it's not only simple, it's very quick. It takes a few minutes, and it's relatively painless. Some people say it's not painful at all. Some people say the pain is so brief they did not mind. And it doesn't always work. It has about 36% chance of working, and it isn't cheap because it's $20,000 to $35,000 each time that you would do this. But some of the medical reproductive associations object because the clinics who perform these procedures are in the main Christian, and they will only perform it on heterosexual couples who are married, which means that single women and gay couples would be excluded. To these Christian clinics and to the parents, the Christian parents who have this procedure done, they're saving a life. But some of the medical associations involved feel that's an issue. The whole idea of calling this group of cells a person is problematic because outside on their own they're not viable. If you just left them outside, they could not become a fetus and therefore could not become a person. They have to be implanted because they're not yet differentiated. They're just too young to be viable on their own. So there's the issue of discrimination, there's the issue of personhood, and of course to Christians it is a step towards maybe ratifying or the whole notion that life begins at conception. But to me, there's a third issue. And the third issue is that in the United States, the law regards embryos, or eggs and sperms, as property. And you may remember that it's been in the news because there have been many contentious divorces involving embryos, and some of them having to deal with people who are recognizable names. And so if you're having a few cells that are a person, but it's also property, to me it is reminiscent of slavery. And I think it sets up a conflict down the road that we need to be prepared to think about. Now, I will avow that I'm on the side of the critic, and you will have to decide for yourselves what side you're on. Thank you for listening. I'm Danielle Levy.